Welcome to Lulu's Storytime, where imagination comes to life. Get ready to dive into a world full of heartwarming tales that will capture your imagination as you drift off to sleep.
Ellie Nellie and Her Furry Friends, Footpaths 1 and 2, written by L.J Beare and read by Lila Ann Gray. Forward. Ellie Nellie's adventures have just begun. This is the tale of footpath number 1. Here in this book, so please take a peek, are some of the animals who you will meet. Billy Bunny, he is cute as can be. Samson and Susie Squirrels, they are rather naughty and live in a tree. Matthew Mole, little things he just cannot see. There is Ben the Badger, he only comes out at night. Daisy and Dilly Dear, do not worry, they never ever bite. Dotty Dalmatian, she is spotty and mainly out of sight. Chapter 1. Leaving Town with a Frown. There lives a little girl named Ellie Drake, a beautiful child with long blonde hair and the biggest brown eyes you have ever seen. She could make even the saddest face smile. Ellie lives in a very busy city where animals and trees were hardly ever seen. She has many friends and sometimes would invite them for afternoon tea. One day, her parents, Barbara and Bob, told Ellie they were moving to a new home in a quiet village very far away. Ellie thought she might be lonely at the farmhouse surrounded by only trees and fields. Oh dear, how boring that would be. Chapter 2. The Farmhouse. Ellie's journey was so long they had been travelling forever. The busy motorways, all those long winding roads, the rivers and the very big fields. Being in the car for hours had made Ellie sad and tired. She was already missing her best friend Annie Pearl. That night, in her new home, it was very difficult to sleep. So many strange noises outside, and it was ever so dark too. How frightened poor Ellie felt. Waking up the next day, it was sunny and bright, so time to explore the farmhouse, the gardens, and especially all those tiny footpaths she had noticed the day before. Chapter 3. Follow path 1 and have some fun. The back garden was very big indeed, with many bushes, flowers and a large vegetable patch. Ellie thought she might grow some potatoes, then she would have lots of chips and mash to eat. How yummy! Ellie slowly walked along a narrow winding footpath, the one nearest to the farmhouse. Well, she walked, and then walked a little more. Possibly she should have chosen another footpath, as this one was so long. Feeling rather tired, she sat down near the entrance to the woods. As Ellie was falling asleep, something started nibbling at her feet. To her amazement, it was a little rabbit. Not wild, but very friendly indeed. Billy Bunny was his name, and they became friends very quickly. He was fairly sure this human was kind and would not hurt him or his woodland friends. Ellie was so happy and looking forward to meeting his friends the next day. Chapter 4. Ellie Nellie's Special New Name. Before Billy Bunny left for his home in the woods, he said to the little girl, "May I please call you Ellie Nellie, as your name is rather short, and I think you will like this new one much better. It is so perfect for you now you live in the countryside and will be visiting my home in Willow Woods." Ellie Nellie, as she is now called, rushed home to tell her parents about her lovely day with Billy Bunny. She unpacked all her toys and teddy bears and gave Cindy Lou, her cat, the biggest hug and kiss, as she loved her so very much indeed. Tomorrow was going to be such fun. What a shame her best friend Annie Pearl was not living here. Chapter 5. Rhymes for Furry Friends. One by one they introduced themselves. The big sleepy badger, Ben was his name, Daisy and Dilly the rather shy deer, Samson and Susie the cheeky squirrels, and Matthew the little mole. Ellie Nellie was so confused, how would she ever remember their names? She asked Billy Bunny what to do. "You can make up rhymes for everyone. It will help you to remember. This always helps me," Billy Bunny said. She ran all the way home as fast as she could along the very long winding footpath, hoping her mum and dad would help her with the rhymes. Ellie Nellie went shopping in town with her dad. She bought baseball caps for all her new friends with her pocket money. She had told her dad all about the animals, so did not feel lonely, not even a little, and this made him chuckle. For a treat, Ellie's dad took her to get a chocolate ice cream at Mr. Snow's cafe. She went to bed very early. She was so excited about her next visit to Willow Woods. Ellie Nellie was so happy today. She ran as fast as her legs would carry her along the long path carrying her notebook. She did hope the animals would enjoy the rhymes, as she had worked so hard and her fingers were still hurting from the writing the night before. Slowly the animals began to appear. They all waited eagerly for Ellie Nellie to start reading the rhyme for Billy Bunny. Long ears and a cute little nose, he loves pretty flowers, especially the rose. Vegetables he likes to nibble and eat, bouncing about all day on his fluffy feet. Billy is the name of this creature so funny, a friendly, cute, adorable bunny. The animals laughed and cheered. They all wanted to hear more. Ellie Nellie started to feel at home with her lovely friends. Everyone was enjoying their picnic, especially the carrot cake, which was Billy Bunny's most favourite food. The furry friends were in a very good mood. Ellie Nellie had told them how much she missed Annie Pearl and Dotty Dalmatian, but promised they would see them both soon. Now Ellie Nellie wanted to share her rhymes for her two friends who were not in Willow Woods today. The animals were jumping up and down with excitement. How wonderful to meet the lovely little girl, because animals can get sad and lonely too. The next rhyme was for Ben the Badger. He wanted to hear his one next. He did not like to wait. Ben the Badger is a sleepy, grumpy old thing. He dislikes the daylight, but at night he comes out to sing. He is ever so clever and massively big. He loves to eat pies made of marshmallow and fig. We miss our only doggy pal. Think of her lots we always shall. Dotty has a lovely white coat with spots of black. We had bundles of fun and hope she comes back. Annie Pearl, you are my very best friend. With much love this rhyme I send. At my farmhouse you must come and stay. Many furry chums I have made in Willow Wood. Come and meet them. Do you think you could? Chapter 6. Time to go home. What a lovely day Ellie Nellie and all her friends had at the picnic, but it was rather late and time to go home, and she must hurry along the narrow winding path as her mum and dad would be worried. Another day Ellie Nellie and her furry friends will explore footpath number 2. We hope you can come along too. Footpath number 2. Ponies and the Runaways. Chapter 7. Paulie Macaroni and Princess Sugar. Ellie Nellie was visiting a nearby farm with her dad when she saw 2 ponies, one grey and one brown. She wanted to take them home straight away, but her dad wanted to talk with the owner first. The tiny brown pony looked really cute, although his coat was very dirty. The grey pony was just so pretty and perfect in every way. Please, Daddy, I love them. Can I please have both? I promise to feed, brush, and also cuddle them every day. After waiting 1 week, Ellie Nellie's new ponies arrived. What a beautiful day! Perfect to play with my new ponies. I cannot wait to show my new pals off to my other furry friends. Yippee! Ellie Nellie said in her happiest voice. Paulie Macaroni and Princess Sugar walked calmly along the footpath into Willow Woods, following Billy Bunny. Ellie Nellie took a bag of apples and carrots for the journey. They may get hungry. In the bluebell circle they will eat their lunch. There are many pretty flowers and bumblebees to be seen there. Time for a silly funny song that will make us laugh, Billy Bunny said. Clippity-clop, we can trot, but only a little, not a lot. That is the way to do the clippity-clop. Paulie Macaroni's turn. He was having super fun. I am a cheeky Shetly pony named Paulie Macaroni. When riding me out, put on my saddle as your bottom is rather bony. Before we leave, please brush my dusty thick hair. Always wear riding clothes, never just your underwear. Just for you, my precious Princess Sugar, Ellie Nellie said. Princess Sugar loves candy floss to eat. Of course she does not ever eat meat. The dentist said too many sweets are bad for her teeth. She should consider some hay, straw, or maybe a leaf. Chapter 8. The Great Moonlight Escape. Grumpy old Farmer Fred lives alone in his cottage. He spends his days looking after his big vegetable patch and chasing off rabbits and birds. No one is allowed to eat his food. The kittens had gotten themselves lost near his farm. They were so frightened as Farmer Fred shouted loudly all the time for them to leave. Shoo! Shoo, you pesky creatures! This is my farm and mine alone. You are not welcome. Go away! Go home! Farmer Fred bellowed. In a scruffy old cottage lives mean old Farmer Fred. He dislikes kittens. He never gives food, just shouts at them instead. We shall rescue them all really soon, at night, by the light of the silvery moon. On my farm you can live, so no more hiding in that nasty dusty hay. You will have plenty of food, cuddles, warm beds, and time for play. Ellie Nellie, Billy Bunny, Susie Squirrel and Matthew Mole had seen the little ones trying to hide in the old leaky hay barn. Then one day everybody talked with the little ones through the high fence, making sure Farmer Fred could not see or hear them. It would be just terrible. We will make a secret tunnel, so time to escape will be soon, my tiny friends, she explained to Rosie Posy, Cookie Cat and Rainy Bow. I will take care of you always, I promise, Ellie Nellie said. Matthew Mole with Ben Badger spent days and nights digging a tunnel under Farmer Fred's vegetable patch. It was such hard work, but getting the kittens safe and happy was very important to Ellie Nellie and her furry friends. Ellie Nellie wanted to cheer up the kittens. She whispered to them, I name him Cookie Cat. He is ginger and white. He is a little nervous, so he can sometimes scratch and bite. Ginger kittens are usually little boys. I will get him some cute fluffy blue toys. Rosie Posy and Rainy Bow are calico-coloured girls. I can buy them pink toys with silk ribbons and swirls. One night when the moon was bright, Matthew Mole called to the kittens. They were hiding somewhere on Farmer Fred's farm. Hurry, tiny ones, be quick. Go into the tunnel, please. I will take you tonight to a safe, loving home. Running as fast as their little fluffy legs would carry them, across the farm, past the cottage until they reached the vegetable patch before Farmer Fred caught them. Into the tunnel they went. It was time to be free at last. Following Ben Badger, the kittens walked through the dark tunnel, then through Willow Woods, onto the footpath which led to Ellie Nellie's farmhouse. The big barn was ready with cosy beds, bowls of food and water for Cookie Cat, Rainy Bow and Rosie Posy. Also lots of pretty toys for the three to play with. They will sleep well tonight. Chapter 9. Safe and Sound. All day long Ellie Nellie played with the three kittens. She made food and gave them a wash. Although they were shy, cuddles helped to make everything much better. Another day Ellie Nellie and her furry friends will explore footpath number 3. We hope you can come along too. The end. On the back cover of the book are some games especially for you. although animals love to hop, jump and roam, some are in need of a kind, loving home, with plenty of food, water and many a hug, maybe even a soft fireplace rug.
Come back to Lulu's for more story time.